What is up, my mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video we're going to be looking at what is largely considered the quintessential men's fragrance, Davidoff Cool Water. So if you want to hear a little bit about this scent, then let's get right into the video. I found the truth inside myself. So I recently, about a week ago, held a community poll and there were 112 voters, and with 42% of the vote, Davidoff Cool Water came out on top. And I can understand why. I mean, I prefer Drakkar Noir, which won the previous classic men's fragrance vote. It's my favorite fragrance of all time. But Davidoff Cool Water is not too far behind. Like many of you guys, this probably reminds you of your father or maybe even your grandfather. It's one of those definitive men's fragrances. It's very aromatic, powerful, and for an old fragrance from 1988, despite the constant reformulations, Davidoff Cool Water still performs about 6 hours with 3 to 4 sprays. It's got decent projection. You're looking at about 1.5 meters to 2 meters, depending on your skin chemistry and the amount of sprays you've applied. And despite how old school and old fashioned the fragrance is, you're still going to get quite a few compliments on this one. Look, it's not going to get you the kind of compliments that you may get wearing a Tom Ford ombre leather or Paco Rabanne's Phantom, but with that being said, you're still going to get a surprising amount of compliments for this one. I love the way it smells. Sea notes, mint, some citrus. I actually think that despite this being marketed as a blue aquatic fragrance, it's every bit as much a green fragrance. If you let it dry down on your skin a little bit, you're going to get some more of that pine quality, a sort of coniferous quality as well, and just a hint of smoke. It may be just me, but whenever I smell this, I get this subtle green smokiness to it. Just going to apply it on the hand for a second. The opening is quite aromatic, sea notes, salt. The mint is very prominent in this one. But if you love the minty quality of Davidoff Cool Water, I would highly recommend checking out one of the limited edition Davidoff Cool Water flankers that you can find for a similar price. I mean, Davidoff Cool Water is going to set you back about $25 to $30 Australian for 125ml of the fragrance. But Davidoff Cool Water, this is the Pacific Summer Edition, and I really like the packaging and presentation for these limited edition Davidoff Cool Waters. These tend to amp up certain notes that are in the fragrance. Like, I would say they're all typically about 90 to 95% of the way there for the OG Davidoff Cool Water, but something like Pacific Summer Edition, it does amplify the mint note, so you're left with a much more refreshing fragrance. But for the most part, all of these Davidoff Cool Water fragrances are going to be exceptional for the warmer weather, spring, summer, early autumn if you're here in Australia. Early autumn here is every bit as hot as, you know, high summer is. So if you're looking for a warm weather fragrance that's not going to break your bank, and it's even going to come in cheaper than, say, something like Drakkar Noir, or even another amazing classic men's fragrance, Versace Blue Jeans, Davidoff Cool Water is one of the best possible fragrances you can pick up for the price. But if you're after something much more modern, with more modern notes, a huge dose of sweetness, and that modern ambroxan quality, Davidoff Cool Water Intense may appeal to you. It's got an intense coconut note here. It's very sickly, very cloying, but I think if you wear this to a club, you know, 1 to 2 sprays of this tops. It is an eau de parfum, but it is an exceptionally strong eau de parfum. This thing projects like a monster, and it's one of those fragrances that I apply a single spray of and it lasts me well into the next day with multiple showers in between. It's too strong. It's too strong a fragrance, and that is definitely a possibility. Looking at Davidoff Cool Water, the OG, you are not going to be disappointed with this one. People absolutely adore this fragrance, and for good reason. Part of the reason why you love classic men's fragrances is the nostalgia factor. this is going to remind you of somebody that you love in your life, you know, an older, distinguished gentleman type. Maybe your father, maybe your grandfather, maybe that cool uncle that used to ride a Harley and douse himself in Davidoff Cool Water or Dracar Noir. I think if you're watching this channel, there's a good chance somebody in your life has gotten you into perfumery and men's fragrances, and chances are they started you off with Davidoff Cool Water. So if you've got any special Davidoff Cool Water memories, let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear from you guys. And in the coming days, I'm going to throw up another poll with some classic men's scents. Probably chuck Blue Jeans on that list. This is just another fragrance I absolutely adore. So until the next video, my name is Ozzy Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.